Yo, what is going on, everybody, man? King Recon here, joined by a very special guest today in my main man, Sticker Trigger. How's it going, my friend?
Hello, it's time. I've been waiting all day to talk about this, bro.
No, same. Say the same, bro.
Oh man, this is gonna be fun,
Dude, whenever I took my break and I checked my messages and I saw that you already read Volume 45, I was like, whoa, because bro, originally I was like, all right, we're gonna do this on Wednesday or Thursday or something. Now my man says, screw that. We're doing this today.
Yeah, bro. Like I have read, like I haven't done this in a while, and I did this with Skypia. Like I just stayed up all night, and like you saw last night. Like I stayed up. I read like 30 chapters yesterday, and then today I normally read like 5 chapters when I'm at school. That's normally how much I had, but luckily I was able to read all 11 left of the arc and that last volume.
Yeah, bro. Volume 44 and Volume 45 greatness, man.
Oh man.
Absolute awesome sauce. But yeah, bro, just staying on top of that. Well, before that, ladies and gentlemen, this is Recon Speaks episode 28. If you missed the first part of this, what we did the first time was we went through Sticker's journey up until that point in time, which was from the beginning of the series up until the beginning of the Water 7 saga, actually, right up until Luffy versus Usopp. So from chapter 1 to chapter 333. And in this particular video, we're going to be covering from chapters 334 to chapter I believe it's 441 was the last chapter that Sticker read. So yeah, man, Sticker, overall thoughts, bro, on Water 7 and his lobby, post in his lobby, man. Give it to us, bro.
All right. Where do I begin? Well, first off with like what we covered on the first stream with Usopp versus Luffy, that was already amazing. And like this arc, it just gets better as it goes on. Like there were so many surprises, and like I did not see, like there were so many things that I just did not see coming. And like there's the CP9 reveal, like that blew my mind.
Greatness. Luigi.
Yeah, Luigi. He turned into a leopard out of nowhere. Like that whole sequence of them just like turning on Polly was just, and everyone like that. Oh man,
it's masterful because it's Oda using distraction, trying to distract you with Usopp leaving the crew. He's trying to distract you with the whole Frankie business. He's trying to keep you away from what's actually going down in Water 7, and it's genius, man.
It's perfect. And Frankie, oh, his backstory with Tom, dude.
Tom, bro.
Oh my, Tom built Roger's ship.
The Oro Jackson, man.
Yo, the Oro Jackson. That blew my mind. I was like, this man built that ship? Like what? Like he's right. Like these are things I would think that I would find out like way later. Like these are things that I'm like, yeah, I'll find out like all the amazing, like crazy good stuff later. But no, like oh. And
quick question. Staying on Frankie's backstory. What did you think about whenever Tom told Frankie? Because this one really impacted me, so I want to know what you thought about it. Whenever Tom asked, or whenever he was telling Frankie that you need to take responsibility and be proud of everything that you've ever made. And dude, that's such an impactful thing, because I feel like that can equate to us as content creators, but also for things that we've created, or even for our own children. Like we need to take responsibility and be proud of things that we've created, man. So I want to know what you thought about that line right there, bro.
Yeah, I know. Like that's the thing about One Piece is that it, and I said this in the first stream, is that I have like so many Gintama vibes from like with the quotes and everything, and that's what I love about it, because Gintama was really the only series that kind of hit me that hard in that type of a way. It was like the first series that did that for me, and just seeing another series like that as special as Gintama, that One Piece, just the messages in it are just, it's just one after another. They just keep getting better. Like it blew my mind. Like. Oh my god, just Tom's backstory in general, and Frankie and everything. I forget his name. I forget Iceberg? The guy. Not Iceberg. The guy that I hate so much, because they barely said his name. The guy with the purple hair.
You're talking about Spandam?
Yeah, Spandam. No, that guy. Oh my god, bro! I hated him so much. If you look in that thread, that
I could tell, bro.
Off. That guy pissed me off, man. Everything he did, and then the fact that he lived, and then he was in his lobby, that pissed me off. I was like, this guy's alive, and like every single time. And then when Usopp, oh, Sniper King, bro,
the Soge King.
He freaking shot him, and he started like he caught on fire. Robin got freed, and just that. Oh my man, that it's amazing.
Bro, have you ever heard the song, the Soge King song?
I've heard the dub version. Yeah. I haven't heard the Japanese one,
dude.
But somebody sent me the dub.
When that clip, when I first found that clip after catching up on YouTube, I spammed that everywhere, bro, in school. I had to, bro. I mean, to random individuals too, dog. Like I would just be in the middle of class, and all you would hear is
oh my god, that's amazing.
And this is before like iPod touches and whatnot, man. This was a recording that I made on my phone at home. I would bring it to school on my Blackberry and just start randomly playing it in the middle of class, bro. I was sick in the head, man. I was sick in the head. But regardless,
that's amazing.
Continue your thoughts on their art.
Oh man. Yeah, just on the Sniper King, because I can't pronounce the Japanese name. I'm terrible at pronouncing stuff, but yeah, and just everything about Usopp like trying to hide from Luffy, like the whole time, and then like the moment of when they see each other when he's fighting Luffy.
Yes.
Oh, he's just like, Luffy, you gotta get up, like you can't lose this time. And then he's like, they both look at each other. Like last night, like my eyes were hurting so badly last night. They were hurting so badly, but I stayed up till like 3:30 to do that. And oh,
all for the greatness.
Yeah, I had
to. Thoughts on Gear Second?
Where do I even start, bro?
the pose, bro.
This arc was about everyone gaining new abilities. This whole arc was just everyone gaining a new ability. And Gear Second, because that's the thing. Back in it's probably a couple months ago. I think it was during the summer. I heard people talking about like Luffy has like a new gear, and I was like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, what does it even mean? And then when I got to that, I was like, oh, okay. So he has like Gear Second and then Gear Third, which is madness. But when we got to Gear Second, like that was at first I was like, how did he do that? And like how did he get this ability exactly? But then it explained what he was actually doing. Like it was something about like pumping all of the like air in his legs or something like that. I forget exactly what it was, but
and the blood, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And creating the steam. The steam. Put up the con. But yeah, bro, I saw that whenever you on your thread, whenever you saw the legendary walk to the standoff, that you put One Piece in your that you said it was already a 10 out of 10 series. I want you to elaborate on that, like because I whenever I look back on it, for me it was a little bit later. It was whenever Robin said I want to live. That I solidified it as the true GOAT. I mean, I had solidified it as the true GOAT in All Along Park, but like that solidified it even more with I Want to Live. So I want to ask you, why does it that Standoff meant so much to you that you decided to rank it 10 out of 10 at that point in time?
Are you talking about whenever they were both like staying on each side of the building?
Yeah. About that? I noticed right after you read that, you stopped reading because you were like, "Yo, this is insane," and then you went on My Anime List or whatever it was, and you gave it a 10.
Yeah,
and I was like, bro, this man hasn't even reached the I Want to Live, and he's already giving it a 10, bro. I wanted to get your thought process behind that, Doug.
Okay, so I was before I even like I said in the past, like I could see One Piece entering my top 10. Like it had a lot of potential, and I always felt that it was going to do that because of just all of the buildup that's been happening, and all of the lore, and every island we go to is just this is my shit. And but when we got to that moment, and I just kind of sat there and I realized all of that buildup, like they were all fighting for so long, from to Water 7 to on they got on a train and then we're fighting. Yeah, they got on a train, they go over a gate, and then they enter Annie's lobby, and then they start pushing even further. Everyone's just fighting on, and then when they get there, it's the most satisfying thing in the whole entire series. Like I don't know how to explain it, but just that panel of them facing off, it's like they you can feel how long that took to get there.
Absolutely.
And I was like, Oda, he's God. He's God. Just God. It took him so long to get there, and you see like everyone meeting at the same time, like Zoro's getting there, Nami, like everyone's getting there.
That's what I love so much about that moment, bro, is that they're all bickering and they manage to get up there at the same time, but when you do get up there, it gets mad serious.
Yeah.
And they walk on the stand and they know they have to take care of business, bro.
Yeah.
My favorite double spreads. It's so good.
Yeah.
I also whenever I saw that you liked it as well, because I was like, yo, that's like, it's a godly panel, man.
Yeah.
But let me give a quick shout out to Yo CRHB Shaman King. He left a pretty big super chat, man. Shout out to my boy. He says Kingu _ Recon. Your Baggio Richard. Yo! Baggio! Receiving your total reaction was epic. Besides, thanks for your epic feedback to One Piece, Hunter x Hunter, and Kingdom over all these years. Yo, Shaman, literally, Yo CRHB. Shaman King, bro. I really do appreciate it, my friend. Thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, bro. Shout out to Kingdom, man. Kingdom greatness. Sticker told me that after One Piece he's gonna read Kingdom, so he's gonna go from greatness to greatness. So that's gonna be really awesome sauce. But yo, Sticker, man, thoughts on the I Want to Live in Robin's flashback.
Top 3 characters.
Okay, I respect it.
Yeah, no. That it was perfect because, like I said in that party a couple days ago on Xbox, she is one of the most interesting characters I've ever come across in anime and manga, because I've been waiting and waiting to see her backstory and actually knowing how tragic it was and actually what went down. And then Saul, he has a D in his name for some reason. We'll find out more about that later. And the Void Century, and then
the Void Century.
You were just laughing. You were just creepily laughing in the background.
This is a little inside joke for explaining it in the and to y'all in the chat. So Sticker and I were in the Xbox Live party together whenever he was reading Robin's flashback, and I left him because I had to go to bed because I had to get up early. I left him at around like chapter 395, so it was like halfway through the flashback. But at the very least, I heard him say the words "Void Century," and for some reason, whenever he said that, I just yelled a big, loud "Zeh ha ha!" I started dying of laughter, bro. Because, you guys know, man, it's the flipping Void Century, bro. But I was just because Sticker had told me before. Sticker's a massive fan of zombies and Call of Duty and of lore in series, and I was like, bro, I can't wait for you to reach a certain portion of the series. And that's what I meant. The Void Century, bro.
Yeah, even Chris was laughing a little bit too. I was like, "What are you guys doing?" I was like, "What's happening?"
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, bro. Okay, continue, man. The greatness.
Yeah, no, that flashback. Just I feel so bad for Robin, bro. That is. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's probably the most tragic flashback, I'd say. Yeah. Cause in Buster Call, that's fucked up.
Buster Call.
That is so screwed. I hate the government so much. Like, and they still do it. Like, look what happened at Annie's lobby.
Yeah.
That is wow. That is so messed up. And the fact that was his dad.
Big facts.
Yeah, like that. In Robin's face when she found that out. Yeah. No. Robin is definitely like. It's so hard to pick these characters now. I mean, Zoro and Luffy, again, never going to be able to pick right now between those two, but it's either Chopper or Robin for me at number 3. It's hard to pick between the two, but Robin definitely, like, she was kind of on I still loved her. Like, she was still a great character, but she was still kind of on the lower end. Yeah. But after that, it was mostly like I didn't think she would be on the lower end forever. I knew she would probably go up there. I was just waiting for her time to come, and it did. I care for that. I care for Robin so much now. Just like knowing everything that's happened to her. Just it's amazing.
Yo, wow, it's great that you touched upon that, because I think the wonderful thing about Robin's flashback And then not only is it a very emotional story that really allows you to connect to her, but it's also very, very important for the overall story of the series. Um, do you remember back whenever Clover, right before he died, he was talking to the Zoro stay on and then Luffy. And
Wait, Recon?
Yeah.
Hello? It is lagging. Hold up. Is my computer messing up? I hope not. Let me close some things. Okay, here, talk.
Hello?
Okay, there we go. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay, gotcha. No, what I was saying was one of my favorite things about that flashback is that not only is it very emotional and filled with a lot of great facial expressions and overall very good for feeling emotionally invested towards Robin to eventually getting the satisfying moment of the I Want to Live. But aside from that, which already makes it great in of itself, it's very, very important, as it should be for the overall story of One Piece, knowing Robin's goal and why she is the way that she is, why she's an archaeologist, and why she's going after the poneglyphs. I want to know your thoughts on, because whenever I first watched this, I was mad spooked, and it was the moment whenever Clover is talking to the Gorosei, and he's about to reveal the name of the ancient kingdom, and they immediately say Kilim. They not only kill him, bro, but they Buster Call everything, dog. So
yeah,
I just wanted to get your thoughts on that, man, because it's to this very day, I still get a little spooked when I watch that moment, bro.
Yeah, like what is that? Like what? Like I don't even know what to even say to that.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like
legit, he was like inch. I mean, my man was about to utter the words, and they killed him. Bro.
Yeah,
they said just execute him, dog. We can't take this.
Like, what? I don't even. That's the thing. One Piece, like, it can be pretty lighthearted, but it can also be like incredibly dark at the same time.
For sure.
Like,
for sure. And the way that it balances that is one of the things that makes it so great.
Yeah. And speaking of that, I swear, man, yesterday I saw probably the scariest thing I've ever seen in manga in a long time. And that was when Chopper became huge. Oh,
you know, Monster Chopper?
Yes.
The Monster Chopper, bro.
I had that panel saved in my phone. That is the scariest thing I've ever seen in.
And yet at the same time, it's the cutest. It's like
that's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said in the thread. Like exactly. Oh man, and he just started climbing up and like he was like, I'm just gonna save everyone real quick. Like that was OP. Yeah,
that was a very, very big moment for Chopper. I know that you said earlier you're a big Chopper fan. Like, like what did you think about his resolve, bro? Like Chopper said, "Screw being a coward. I'm gonna save all of them, bro."
Exactly. Yeah. No, my boy, dude. My boy Chopper. Like he. Oh, I want to read Drum Island again because that arc is so good.
It is, man. Yo, thoughts on the declaration of war and the I Want to Live, bro? So they told you shoot down that flag.
Yeah.
Roger. Go.
Oh man, I saw you in that thread. As soon as I posted that, you were just like, "That is like the goatest thing ever."
Because it is, man.
Yeah,
and, dude, that's one of my favorite character interactions in anything ever. I remember Naki replied to that, and I was like, "Yo, that's so true." Like, it legitimately is. It's the captain, even though Luffy still to this day does not know the Sogeking Usopp.
Yeah. Oh my god, you're right. Yeah, he really doesn't. I didn't even think about that.
Even with that being said, Luffy right in that moment was in command where he didn't care who that person was. He was like, yo, you can get the job done, do it. Shoot that flag down, dog. I was like, yo.
Yeah, that was amazing. He's like, no, we're taking that flag down. And then just, again, with the whole pushing forward thing, like throughout the whole entire arc, they kept pushing and pushing and pushing just to tell Robin, like, we care about you, bro. Like, come on. Like, you don't need to, you don't, just like, I believe, who said it? Someone said it. I'm trying to think. What was it?
Wait, what are you talking about?
It's the quote where, someone, I forget exactly who said it, but someone said, it isn't a crime to exist. Who said that?
It isn't a crime to exist. Well, I remember that being said.
Yeah.
But I know that Jaguar D Sol, if I'm not mistaken, was one that
Yeah, so either way, that quote that got to me because it's like, yeah, in Robin, and then just that's what I thought of whenever she said, "I want to live." Um,
Frankie,
uh,
Frankie. Shout out to the chat, Frankie.
it was Frank. Okay, yeah, that's
Frank,
what I was.
it kind of sounds like it came out of both, but no, you know what? I think it was Frankie, bro. I think it was Frankie. I think
Yeah. I think I remember.
It was to be ain't nobody met in the ain't no well yeah, exactly, Horace. I think it was Saul and Frankie. Ain't nobody meant in this world to be alone, because I know for a fact Saul said the ain't nobody in this world meant to be alone part.
Yeah,
I remember that for sure.
Yeah, that was awesome, and just the panel of Robin saying, "I want to live." Just after all that, she kept like trying to push everyone away, and she finally gave in. It was like, okay, yeah, I want to be with you guys. Like I have my family here now, my Nakama, and
Absolutely, bro. It's like after all that pain and suffering and struggling, she can finally rely on somebody, bro. It's such a beautiful moment, man. Yo, thoughts on all the battles, power-ups, everything, all that greatness. Jumbo, Ashura, man.
Those battles were hilarious, dude. The giraffe talking, bro.
God. Yo, still to this day, it kills me whenever Usopp and Zoro get handcuffed, bro. Zoro uses him as a sword, dude. I swear, that's one of the funniest things in the whole series, bro.
Yeah. Just no, those fights were great. They were, and I really loved CP9. Those villains were awesome. Like,
absolutely,
I love Crocodile, but like Crocodile, he was great. But I just mean like I prefer, and Eno, he's awesome. I love him too. But these villains, I definitely say they're a lot better.
Yeah, man. Because it's hard because Baroque works for such big personalities, and then with Cypher Pole, it's like their personalities were there, the designs were there, and they were also extremely hilarious for no reason. But I feel like Baroque works was too. But yeah, man, like Jabro for no reason was freaking hilarious, man. And Fukuro, it has just one of the best gags in the series. So,
yeah.
Great stuff right there. Freaking overall thoughts on Luffy versus Lucci. And then the battle ended.
Yeah, that's whenever he went gear third, I lost my mind. Because he did do gear third, but we didn't see it.
Yes.
We didn't. I was like, don't tell me we're not gonna see this for like 100 chapters. Like, come on, don't do this. But no, he did at the end, so that was awesome. And he turned like tiny for like a solid minute.
Yeah,
he was like
drawback to it.
Yeah, and Lucy was like pushing him against the wall. That was so funny. But yeah, no, that fight was awesome. I love the panel when Lucy turns into like he turns in like full leopard and like bites Luffy. Like that was such a, like they're in the air. That was so cool.
I really like that scene in the anime myself, because they actually, whenever he bites down, it shows it, and it's pretty.
Really?
It's pretty graphic for a children's television show airing at 10 in the morning. I was like, oh, that's well then.
Yeah.
But it was awesome, man. Luffy versus Lucci's it's a classic. So are all those, like Sanji's epic, or honestly all of their epic one-liners at the end of their battles. But Sanji's in particular was so beast, bro.
Yeah, no, okay, so yeah, the ability. So Sanji gets the devil's kick. That was awesome.
Yep. The Diablo.
Zoro just becomes a god.
Yep.
And Nami,
my girl Nami with the mirage.
I love how I love the panel of when little Nami was running and she was like, she said something about like, I forget exactly what she said, but she said something like 20% chance today, or like, which one are you gonna get today? 20% chance, something like that. And that was so funny. And I love the scene. I love the scene when Sanji goes up to the wolf. I forget his name.
Jabber.
Yeah. Whenever he went up to him, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm Robin." I think he said like, "I'm Robin's older brother," and she's like, "My little sister," or whatever. And then he goes, "Nah!" Like he kicks, he like pushes him into the air. That was so awesome.
Yeah, man. Sanji had a lot of beast, and it's crazy because you know, whenever Sanji swore to never kick a woman, and
Hmm.
and we see him all like soaped up and having taken a fat L, I was extremely salty when I first saw that, bro. I was well, I'm not well, I don't remember exactly how I felt, but I know I was like, come on, man, like, dude, I mean,
Yeah.
like it was like one of those moments to where I really, because of the situation at hand, I, even though I understood Sanji's morals,
Hmm.
I was like, bro, please, man, please don't let this be the end of Sanji in this arc, because he was so goat in the sea train.
Yeah, no, same. Like in that thread, I was like, Sanji, come on, bro. Like, come on, just
I
stop.
understood because it's that's his character,
Yeah,
and that's who he is. That is what he grew up on, thanks to Zeph.
yeah.
You know? So but yeah, I was really happy that Nami got her so-called revenge on, or avenging Sanji against Khalifa. That was awesome.
Hmm.
And then Sanji, of course, got his moment against Jabra, so it all worked out in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And when I saw you post this in the thread, because the Going Mary's goodbye, it's like a half
Oh.
and half thing that noticed with the community. Like some individuals, or I'm not even say half and half, like 80-20, to where like some individuals they don't really get emotional for it, but others, like, that's a top tier emotional moment. And to
Oh
me,
yeah.
every time I either watch or read that, I cry, bro. The Falling Snow of Reminiscence. Why is it that you said that might be your favorite chapter in the series? I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
All right. So, and I thought about this last night after I read it. Something. Okay. Something about Oda. I think he plays a lot of games or something. Like, cause he just One Piece reminds me again, like I said, Zelda, and just how Luffy is acquiring his crew and he gets his ship and all of that. It just reminds me of like a story mode in some game, adventure game or something. And like for example, when I play Destiny, I'll have like a a weapon that like I have a lot of a memory to, and it's like, oh, even if I get a better one that's the same weapon, like I don't delete it because I have that like value, that sentimental value to it, and just I get why, like I get that with the crew and the ship and the Going Merry, and just the fact like this ship has been here since, because I made a because whenever it got pushed off for the first time, and like I was like, oh, okay, yep, it's actually like, yeah, like Going Merry just died.
Yeah,
Yeah, I believe Kaku whenever he pushed it off, and that was. And I had a number, but I forget it now. But I had like I went back to check when they actually got the Going Merry. I forget. Do you remember what number it was? It was like, was it 70 something? I don't know. But whatever number it was, this boat, like this ship has been here since pretty much the beginning, and since they went out to like the sea and
since the
everything.
Kuro arc, man.
Yeah, and it sucks. The new ship is awesome. Don't get me wrong, but it's like just knowing that the ship that they made all these memories on and throughout all these arcs at the beginning, it's gone now, and
Yeah.
it's pretty damn sad. And another thing I want to touch on is the fact that the Going Merry has like a spirit.
Yes.
That
The
is,
Club Otterman.
oh,
Yeah.
that is so cool.
Dude, and how Oda set that up from Skypiea was just insane, dude. I was
I
like, what?
know,
Because I was
dude.
wondering while watching Skypiea, I was like, what in the flying flagnards is that, bro?
Yeah,
What is going
yeah.
on?
That oh my god! Like I remember in the thread, like I was saying, like that is the coolest thing I've ever seen in One Piece. Like that is,
Yeah.
oh. And the thing about One Piece is that, like you know how Sanji did that kick. I don't really know how he did that.
Yeah.
Like I don't really know how he got that ability. Like how did he just create fire out of nowhere from his
Yeah.
leg? But it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter because it's like JoJo for me. JoJo's so good that you can get past all of the stuff that doesn't really make sense sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's just how good it is. Like I don't even think about it. One Piece is too good to have a little problem like that. Just like kind of lower
Yeah.
the quality. Like it doesn't at all.
And also, I feel like it's just having faith in Oda to explain something. Like, kind of like, you remember
Yeah,
whenever Gear Second was first, Brian, you were
yeah.
like, oh,
He'll explain
like what
later.
in the flying flagnards is this? And he explained it like 30 chapters later.
Yeah,
So just having the faith in the writer,
yeah.
too. You know what I'm saying? But dude, when it comes to the Going Merry, like, just like you were saying before, I've always treated the Merry like another straw hat. You
Hmm.
know, and so when the Merry went down, that legitimately was to me like the death of a straw hat, bro. Which is
Yeah.
why, like, I'll tell you what, man, yo. it's I can't even begin to explain how that entire portion just made me feel. But I remember you marking out in the thread whenever the Mary showed up, whenever they had no way of escaping.
Yeah, bro.
No way of escaping, and the Mary shows up, man. It's just so beautiful, the camaraderie between a ship and them. And you made a great analogy with because I've done that too. Like there's just certain objects that you have a legit connection to, and whenever whenever the Mary starts speaking back to them after Luffy calls Usopp an idiot for always ramming him into things, and then Sanji and Zoro for always fighting on the ship, bro. I mean, it gets to you, man. It really does, and it's most certainly one of the most emotional chapters in the series. And I remember Kishimoto saying in I believe it was an interview one time that even he cried for that moment. Like he texted Oda saying, "Yo, I cried reading chapter 430." And I'll always look back on that as being one of the key pivotal emotional moments. And I'm glad that you enjoyed it as well, because it was like a perfect way to end the arc, because it didn't all end with sunshine and rainbows. Like Usopp and Robin, we managed to get them back, but the initial problem that was presented at the beginning of the arc still ended up happening, and the Golden Mary died.
Yeah, I'm happy you said that. That's exactly what I love about it, because even though when they get their new ship, they're all happy, but it's just chapter 430. Like that's the thing that happened. Like it wasn't always just, oh, everything's good now, everything's saved. It's like that still happened, and it sucks. But that new ship, Thousand Sunny, ooh,
the Thousand Sunny, bro.
Ooh, man. I hope it gains the spirit too. I hope that happens. I hope that happens. But I felt like it was the end of One Piece. We were seeing everyone in My Girl Vivi, dude. When we saw Vivi, oh my God.
I knew you would mark out for that. I knew you'd mark out.
Vivi, and Zef and just everyone. We saw literally
Kaya, everyone, dude.
Yeah. No, Kaya got to me, dude, because that's the thing. One Piece, a lot of my nostalgia for One Piece is because again, I watched the first 17 episodes like a long time ago, like 3 years ago, and I think of me just being stuck with Usopp's arc and Kaya. I'm just like, do I watch this? I like debating if I should keep watching because of how long it was, and just like when I saw Kaya, I was like, dang, like it's been a long time. It's been a long time. So that was nice.
For sure, man. Yo, staying on that, bro. Thoughts on posting his lobby. I saw you marking out like a madman, bro. I mean, the thing is that volume it just has so much. It's like we were talking about in the chat earlier, where it legitimately is the reward for defeating a final boss. Yeah, it's like you get all this greatness, and just give me your overall thoughts on posting his lobby, bro.
Oh, okay. First off, Luffy's grandpa.
Yo, GARP, Hassan specifically wanted your thoughts on GARP because that's his dude. Monkey D. GARP.
Yeah, no, GARP, he's a madman. He started chucking cannonballs at Luffy and his new ship with his crew. Like, what? Like, he even told me, he was like, oh yeah, sorry. They actually found out. Sorry about that. So he just had to start throwing cannonballs at him. They came all the way back.
God, the goat, yeah.
But like an old man. I already love him. He's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Like I want to see more of him. I wish he was like still with Luffy right now. he was awesome. But
chucking cannonballs, bro.
I love how he was he had a little Gintoki moment. He was picking his nose while telling Luffy about Dragon.
That's what I love about Garp. He just nonchalantly drops facts, bro. While picking either his nostril or just chilling.
Yeah.
Like, yo, Garp is the goat.
He's just like Luffy. I love it.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of Dragon,
were you really surprised when you find out who Dragon was?
The thing about Dragon, okay, he showed up in chapter 100 exactly, right?
Yes, exactly 100.
Exactly 100, yeah. Because I remember I was listening to the Halo 2 theme. I was like, I was listening to that whenever.
Yo, that's a legendary theme to hear while reading Posting's lobby, bro. I can't lie.
And just we saw Dragon in chapter 100, and when we saw him, I was like, wait. First, I thought it was Roger because I don't know why I did, but I thought just something about the way he looked. I was like, wait, and then it said dragon. I was like, oh, okay. And then I just moved on. And then I didn't know exactly who it was though. I was a little confused at the time, but finding out that he's actually Luffy's father, and when he's just sitting wherever he is on that tower or that balcony or whatever, wherever he is at in the world right now, out in the sea, just him sitting is like, one day when we meet, like, bro. Oh, I want that to happen so bad, and I know it's gonna be amazing because Oda, he builds up so much stuff.
He does, man.
It's so good. Like, it's amazing. It's so damn good, dude. Like, he just builds up everything. And he set this up from the beginning in Kobe, bro.
Dude, I was just about to ask you, like you were talking about nostalgia, man. How did you feel about seeing Kobe, bro?
And the other guy that was messing with Zoro.
Helmeppo?
Yeah. I forget his name, but yeah, that guy, Helmeppo or whatever. I can't believe that was him. That looks nothing like he used to.
Yeah.
but
Big facts.
But Kobe, man, I am like, I had a feeling I wanted him to come back at some point because I'm like, Oda, I've seen what he's been doing. I know his plans. I'm inside his head now. I know what he's going here, and I did think, like, it was a couple months ago maybe. I mean, just throughout me reading, I'm just like, are we gonna see Kobe again? Like, are we actually gonna? We're gonna see him again? Because I found him annoying when we first met him, but whenever, like, because I remember Luffy, he rode off on like a boat at the beginning, and he was like, yeah, we're gonna meet each other again someday, and they did at like chapter 430 something or whatever.
Yeah,
and just his design now, he's grown up and like he just looks different, and it's amazing. And he has a scar on his forehead. Like, what happened?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, my boy was put through the I'm not gonna say combat training, but he was definitely put through some training. That's for sure.
Yeah, and then I remember the cover page of like actually seeing him train. That's what I thought about. I was like, dang, he's actually here now.
Yes, bro. Yo, I'm glad you touched upon the little color pages just in general, because I noticed how you really pay attention to the cover stories whenever they come up, and that's really cool because I think that's the advantage that you have as a manga reader going in instead of sticking just with the anime reading through all this, because I didn't even know that the NL cover story existed until I reread Water 7 after catching up.
Really?
And because I had watched through all of that, and then whenever I caught up, I reread it from the beginning, and whenever I started seeing all those cover stories, I was like, wow, bro, like this man Oda legit was telling us where all these individuals were in the title of the chapter. I was like, that's a really cool way to utilize your title pages.
Mm-hmm. And he reached the moon in a cover,
dude.
Like, what?
He actually reached it.
Yeah,
and he's up there with his little aliens, and it's so cool.
So weird. Man. Yeah, no, I love this cover story. Like, I was wondering if that would actually be maybe like another arc or something later on, but no, he reached it in a cover story. I love it.
Yeah, man. Yo, real quick, shout out to BWizzle TV. Yeah, for the super chat, bro. I appreciate it, man. He says you got to get me at me in Discord. I'm Rizzle TV there. I got you, my man. I got you, bro. But yo, Sticker, bro. I saw you marking out in the thread over it, man, because I know how you feel about this person, because this is the same way I feel about them. Both of them, actually, bro. Let me know about that Shanks and that Whitebeard, bro, and the epic clash of not just an epic clash, and it's not just an epic clash of legend, ladies and gentlemen. That was an epic clash of legend between two literal goals.
Oh, man. How do I even get into that? That is like, I wouldn't go this far. But at the same time, I will. Those two characters and the amount of buildup that Oda is putting into this reminds me so much of something like, for example, Takasugi versus Gintoki.
Yeah.
Just those two characters, we barely see them, but they're already go as hell, and we barely see them.
Yeah.
But just seeing, I can't, bro. It is so good. like he's just like, oh, he better bring some good booze, and he said that way back, I believe, after Skypia is when
Yeah,
he
in
got,
Jaya. No,
yeah,
it was back in Jaya whenever he said it.
yeah. And he was like, you better bring some good booze, and then we cut to it, and it is actually happening, like all these chapters later, and he's there, Shanks is there, and just like I was so high, I was sitting there in my bed, or not my bed, but at school, because I read that today. I was at school, and I was just in that chair, and I was sitting there, and I see Shanks' foot. He's walking up the stairs. I'm like, no, bro, is this actually happening? I was losing my mind, and then we see the panel, the double spread, that beautiful double spread of those two meeting and just sitting down talking, and then they clash, and I believe it like cut through the clouds.
Dude, it split the heavens, sticker.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
heavens legit opened up for these two goats, bro. Bro, just one clash, and the heavens said, "What is this energy? What am I feeling right now, bro?" Like everything started shaking, bro. And it was like whenever The Rock cut that promo back in the F, and he was like, and the heavens opened up, and God Himself was checking on him. He was like, "What's going down on the planet, bro? Like, what we got going on?" That's what happened during Shanks and Blackbeard's meeting, bro. I was like, yo,
With one arm. One damn
one
arm.
arm, bro.
Shanks.
One
What are you?
Yo, speaking of Shanks, how did you feel about the explanation of there being four emperors in the ocean, in the New World? Because I know this is the first time you heard about the New World. What are your thoughts on the New World and the four emperors?
Okay, yeah, that okay, the New World, again, all these areas in the sea and everything. It's so cool. It is so cool, man. It's amazing. And I forget what was the name for it that they called those two meeting. If like two.
A two Yonko clash?
Yeah. That's the Yonko. Yeah. Um, these guys are literally gods. Like I think Luffy's strong. In Zoro, like I think they're the strongest people ever, and they have like these giant bounties on their heads. But just knowing that there's stronger people out there, way stronger people out there,
yeah,
is I can't wait. I can't wait till things happen with those two characters more.
It's great, just like you said. In a lot of series, like we get to see the main characters reach the highest potential, or the mountaintop pretty early in their respective series.
Yeah.
But it always feels like with One Piece, there's always somebody out there that and it's almost, I don't want to relate to it just being on strength either. Like these are genuinely really awesome characters with really big personalities that fit their characters.
Yeah.
And it's so cool, bro. And God, posting his lobby as an info dump in of itself is insane, man. I mean, finding out about the revolutionaries, the Yonko, and it's absolute madness, man. What did you think about all their bounty increases? Because I found them to be both hilarious and really cool at the same time. Yo, when I saw Sanji's picture, bro.
Oh my god!
When I tell you that I was dying of laughter, man, I was dying of laughter.
Yes. Okay. Sanji's picture, one, that was hilarious because I couldn't find a picture, and of course it was him, just only him, because the one person that wanted to have a picture the most, just no for Sanji. But with Sanji's picture, the government said there was something wrong with the picture, and then it just cut away.
Yeah.
What's going on with my boy Sanji? What? I just heard in the comments it said, "Keep an eye on Sanji," and I was like,
all I'm gonna say is ha 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 ha. All I'm gonna say is good. That's all I'm gonna say, bro.
God. But what's going on with Sanji? Because he's very I really love Sanji in the beginning. That's the thing. I was a huge fan of Sanji when we first met him, but then just like, and he still gets his GOAT moments. So don't get me wrong, but like he doesn't get as many moments as like say Zoro or Luffy or any of the others. Like
I feel like he does. It's just it's different than because I feel like all the Straw Hats get their moments to shine. It's just that it's kind of different compared to Zoro, because Zoro and Luffy, the way that Oda portrays their moments is usually in like end of the chapter, really epic style type moment. Yeah. But for a lot of the other Straw Hats, they get their moments like in the middle of a chapter.
Yeah.
And like I remember whenever Sanji sacrificed himself back in Skypiea for the crew. Like that was a massive moment for him. And Usopp, and well, regardless, I see what you're saying though. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like Sanji. That's the thing about Sanji. He always comes in with a plan. That's what I love about him. He always has a backup plan, which is cool about him.
Yo, speaking of Sanji and Zoro, bro. Yo, I gotta get your thoughts because, dude, when I first watched, whenever Usopp wanted to get back into the crew, and Zoro told Luffy, if that man doesn't apologize, and let him square up on sight, bro. And I was like, all right, Zoro. All right, Zoro. Bro. I respect it, good. Because, bro, from Captain, from chapter 333, and that moment, I was like, yo, this man, Zoro, bro. It hit just how he manages to stay calm and collected and really relay the thoughts that Luffy needs to have in those moments as a captain is so cool to me, bro. I'm like, yo, like Zoro and stuff is already a beast, but whenever he delivers lines like that in those situations, I'm like, that's why I love Zoro, bro.
Yeah, like that's why I love Zoro. He's not just like some swordsman badass. Like he actually has like his real GOAT moments like that. Like that is. I said in the thread, I was like, if you need another reason why Zoro is the absolute GOAT of One Piece, here you go. That's all I had to say. That's all I had to say because that was amazing. He just shows like if the first thing he doesn't do is apologize and tries to, like Yusuf normally does, make up an excuse or something. And he was gonna do that, but they couldn't hear him. And he just screams out, he's like, I'm sorry. And like technically he didn't, but still.
But that's such a beautiful moment, bro. Whenever Usopp and Luffy finally, like, Luffy sees the action, not Soge King, but he sees Usopp, and it's so beautiful, man.
I haven't seen his face in a while. Like, it's finally, God, like finally, he had the mask on for so long.
It's such a beautiful moment, man, because at the end of the day, Usopp and Luffy, they're like best friends, bro. And just having them both like with those big ugly Oda crying expressions, it's such a beautiful moment, man. And it's so nice just having, whenever Frankie ended up joining, I always love how Oda utilizes extremely creative ways for somebody to join Luffy for something. Whenever this man stole his underwear, bro, I was like, that is the most Frankie-like thing ever, bro. Like, just knowing how Frankie is, the man, in order for him to join his crew, they took his underwear, bro. I was like, Oda's insane, man. I love it.
He starts running. They put him in a cannon. Chopper starts taking it. Like they just shot him all the way over there, taken by force. Like, come on.
Yo, they were playing football with that thing, bro. They were like down set, bro. They were calling audibles mid play, dude. I'm talking about they were just chucking that thing.
He's like, "How'd you like the ship?" And Luffy's like, "I love it, and you're gonna be on it with me."
That's right. So good. Dude. What's that called? Thoughts on Ace versus Blackbeard, bro.
Before we get to that, because I'm saving that for last. I'm saving that.
Oh, okay, save it for last. I feel it.
That is. We will talk about that in a second. But another thing I want to say is Chopper's bounty.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah.
I can't. He just has he's like eating the cotton candy, and there's a picture of him just having a great time. He's like 50. You just give 50. He's
50, bro.
He's like, that's it. Like he's like, that's at least I have a bounty.
Dude, shout out to the cameraman for that godly Nami pose, bro.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, the cameraman, I say Kevin Dunn has good camera skills on WWE television, man. Whoever did the camera work for, well, we know who did it, but the individual who did the camera work for Nami, I mean that person deserves to get like a $1 million raise, man. Because man, that
like that's the thing. I hate that this happens to me because, but it's understandable because there's so many characters in One Piece that once we go by an arc, I'm gonna forget like minor character names. But I'm sure once like I catch up and like I said, I believe I said this in the first stream. Once I analyze everything, then I'll know everything. Like I will have that all in my head. But this is just my first read through.
Oh yeah, bro. Of course, man. You like the guy. Don't worry about trying to memorize everything on your first read through because, like you said, Oda introduces so many characters that that whenever you go back and reread it, it does make it that much better. Whenever you say, "Oh yeah, this guy, he's awesome," and then you remember why he's awesome, you remember his name, and that's the great thing about reading the series.
Yeah, but the The guy I'm talking about, he was the guy in Arlong. It was Nami's like, it was the old man with the red and the red hat.
Oh yes, bro, my main man.
Yeah, when he put that picture up on the wall and enlarged the thing.
Yo, yo, Genji and Nojiko are sick in the head for having that up there. Yeah, but they're also good. They're also good.
Yeah, like he enlarged that picture all the way. It's like, we can't have this, and then she's like, you enlarged the picture all the way though.
He's like, hey man, he's a proud father, bro. He's a proud father, bro.
I still can't believe we saw everyone. Like I said in there, I was like, is this like the end of the series? What's happening? Like
yeah,
we
man.
just it was kind of
that's
like Hunter.
That's that is kind of what I feel. That's kind of what I always feel. What it always feels like in post arcs.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like I just can't believe we saw Kaya and Vivi. That my heart, man. Vivi's my girl. Like when we saw her, I was just like, yes, bro. Like she's actually there.
Bro, I'm still stressing this man Genzo, bro. That man is a troll, bro. I apologize, bro. I was, dude, Genzo, bro. It's been really a picture of Nami, a blown up picture. Yeah, man. Yo, seeing Vivi again was awesome, man.
Yeah. Because every time we get a cover page, I have blue hearts everywhere. I love that character.
As you should.
And the fact that she apparently, I saw like, I guess Oda did some official YouTube, like in a YouTube background art for the official One Piece channel, and Vivi is considered an actual member of the Straw Hats. That's amazing.
It's well, so you know all the members that joined. You just don't know their names, right? Like
yeah.
Okay. Just based off the banner. Well, just it's interesting, and whenever you catch up, you'll see the dilemma that all of us are in terms of finding out who's truly in the crew. But
okay,
regardless, we'll talk about it whenever we catch up. Whenever we catch up, and we'll come back to this topic.
Okay.
But I'll just let you know whenever I saw that channel art, because my boy Francisco Silva was in the chat. I remember he showed that banner to me, and I marked out like a madman, bro. I mean, you know, heart reacts on Facebook, man. I tried to heart react to like 30 times. I was like, Oda that's my boy, bro. That delivers greatness, man.
Yeah. And just seeing that, I was just like, oh my God. Like, I lost my mind. I knew that was kind of like the point of the end of like Alabasta. Like that was the point. But like at the same time, like she wasn't like officially, but then I saw that and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
Even if she's not here, she's still a part of the crew, or at least a previous member.
Bro, when they put on the X, man.
Yeah.
It was for life, baby.
Yeah.
It was for life. But yeah, Sticker, man. Ace versus Blackbeard, bro. Because I saw you losing your mind in the thread, bro.
I just love that. That's how it ends. That's how the arc ends.
And with the build up all the way from Drum Island coming into fruition after this long arc, Ace versus Blackbeard, bro.
Oh my God, man! I just love how we see Shanks. He's like he's telling Whitebeard, he's like, you gotta stop Ace like right now. Like you gotta do this because like just leave Blackbeard alone right now. And we cut to it, and Ace is already there. He's already there, and he's just like, "What's up? What's up, Blackbeard? How you doing?" And they just start clashing, and like at first I was like, "Dang, Ace is really like kicking Blackbeard's ass right now," and then Blackbeard's devil fruit. That's the coolest devil fruit in the whole series. Oh,
dude, I'm so glad you brought that up because I feel the same way, bro. That's the best one, bro. The darkness,
best one. I have so many panels on my phone. I'm gonna look at them right now.
Dude, just the fact that it's so. I remember you brought it up earlier in the thing, and I don't want to say what happens in this episode, but there's a certain episode in Gintama that has like a certain vibe to it.
Yeah.
And I remember you brought that up in the chat to me whenever you said, and I was like, yo, that fits perfectly. And the thing about Ace and Blackbeard is we knew what Ace's objective has been this entire time, is to find this dude. And the simple fact that Oda ends the chapter with him finding the Blackbeard pirates on Bonito Island. We leave that chapter, and then we get this massive info dump. We have Frankie joining the crew, and then after we leave Water 7, Oda, this sick in the head man, returns back to Bonito Island, and we actually get this battle taking place. And it's just like, dude, the Entei, bro. That's one of my favorite attacks in the series. Kai Entei.
It just happened out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like we see Dragon and it's epic as hell, and then we cut straight to that. Like, what?
Yeah, man.
Like, Ace. Oh my god. I'm looking at the panels right now. Like, Ace's ability is pretty OP as well.
It's so much fun, bro. I've always liked Flames, but Ace just utilized it so good, bro. It's so beast.
I'm just looking at these panels. Like,
Black Hole.
I'm just so happy he's OP. I'm so happy Blackbeard is like the most OP guy right now. Like he barely did anything. He was drunk a lot, and he just kind of walked around and with his like he looks just like dirty, and he doesn't really seem like he has too much. And then even Shanks, he says like he's gaining power now.
Yeah,
and he's gonna make it up here, and it just. I'm just blown away with One Piece right now. And I love how the last thing that like the last panel, you just see this giant, enormous explosion of like the darkness on one side and then the flames on the other, and it just says Grand Line Duel at Burano Island. The battle between those two pirates was later described as the trigger of a very big incident in the coming future. What? And that's how it ends. That's it. Lay
it down on me, bro. What do you think happens next in the series? Like if One Piece, if we were caught up on that chapter, what would you say is the prediction for the future right now? Like just off the top of your head, if there's anything you could say, what about either the next arc, what happens next? Like, what do you think happens from here in the series? If you can think of anything, if you can, that's fine.
I don't like. Okay, it says right there. It says as the trigger of a very big incident in the coming future. What does that mean? And there's your laugh again. Like, come on, man. Okay, Shadow. He even asked me. Shadow was like, "What do you think the One Piece is?"
Whoa, bro, that man.
Yeah. Yo. And I don't know.
That's like randomly saying CP9 in a call, bro.
No, he told me that. Like, he asked me right after I finished Annie's Lobby, like after I finished just, the whole arc in general today. He just goes, "So now that you finished it, you have sort of kind of enough clues to maybe make an idea." And he just goes, "What do you think the One Piece is?" And I'm like, "I have no clue."
The next time I go. Well, I've never been to a convention before, but now I know what I'm gonna say, bro. Because I've always wanted to yell something in the middle of a whole bunch of people. Now I know what I'm gonna yell, bro. I'm gonna stand on somebody's shoulder and I'm gonna say, "Hey, what's the One Piece?" Or I'm just gonna yell like does anybody have any theories for what the One Piece is, bro?
Like, I'm actually trying to think. Like, that's actually kind of gotten to me all day.
Yeah.
He said I have some clues to maybe make an idea. But, like, I can't remember the last time somebody in the series mentioned the One Piece. Like, there's clues, but I have, like, now that I think about it, like, nobody's really mentioned it in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I love that. I love that that's the case.
Oda's, that's just Oda's classic misdirection, man.
Yeah.
It's always making you focus on other things.
Mm-hmm.
So many things to focus on, bro. So many things to focus on. But yeah, you alluded to this earlier, Sticker. Now that you've gotten your thoughts out for the arc, I want to get your overall thoughts on certain things for the series. I remember that you brought up earlier your top 3 favorite characters. Who are your top 3 favorite characters right now?
So, okay, the way I'm going to answer this, so it would be between, again, Luffy and Zoro, of course, but I can see like I'm not gonna say it yet because I need more, but I can really see like Whitebeard, Blackbeard, and like Shanks and Ace. I can see them going up there. I can really see them. Like, and I love Robin and Chopper. Like those are my guys. But
Yeah.
like I can see Shanks being up there like way far. Like once we get more with him,
Yeah.
I can see him really, really going up. Even now he's already amazing.
Mm.
But like after we get like the post arc stuff, like I want more. I want more.
But that's why Oda's so good, man. Is he sets up in between arcs to get you really, really excited for what's to come.
Yeah,
It's,
I need it. I need it.
yeah, MVP of the Water Seven Lobby Saga to you. Who's the MVP?
MVP. I'll go with Usopp. I'll go with Usopp.
Okay, I respect it.
I would.
That's kind of my answer as well.
Yeah.
Sort of. It's I like sometimes it changes, but the Soga King for sure.
Because like he really, and I already loved him. Like I loved all the Straw Hats, but like he was sort of on the lower end, and I really do love his character more now, just knowing because he's actually able to like he was actually able to do stuff in this arc, and I love that.
For sure, man.
And just everything he went through with the Going Merry and with Luffy, and that's what I love about the arc in general is that it takes a different take. It's not like they're all together. Like this actually, they actually had complications in the crew, and I love that. I love that so much about the arc.
It's not only a story about the world government, which it is,
yeah,
but it at its main core, my favorite thing about this saga is that it is about the Straw Hat Pirates.
Yeah,
it is a story that Oda meticulously wrote in a way I can't even comprehend still to this day. This man managed to give us Robin's story, Frankie's story, the Mary story, and Usopp's story, and put them all together in this majestic plot, man. And I'm like, I still to this day look back on it and I just say, I'm dumbfounded. I'm dumbfounded. I don't even know how. I don't have any words for it. Because how he was able to take 4 different characters, which 3 of them, this stuff has been set up for a while with Robin, with the Mary, and with Usopp. And you bring Frankie into the equation. And on top of that, you had the world government, which also has to do with Frankie and Robin. And it's just, Oda was on his A game. And that's what I love so much about this arc. And I'm glad that you came to appreciate that as well.
Yeah, there's so much stuff going on in the arc. And he handled it all so well, too. Like, everything is in the right places at the right time. Like, Oda, man, he's amazing.
For sure, man. The GOAT, bro. Yo, I wanna go to the chat real fast. I want to do like a little open Q&A for you when it comes before I ask you my final question. But before I do that, this man, the best-selling manga in history, just said something that is very factual. I can't go against it, bro. This man said Granny Kokoro was the true MVP. I mean, he might be factual, bro.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
We don't even get to Water 7. We don't get across the bridge to take on the line, bro. If it's not for Kokoro, bro.
Yeah, that is true.
Truly the MVP, you know. And she saved Luffy from drowning, so shout out to Kokoro. Oh man. Silva says Chimney's the real MVP. Michael Mickles says Mary was the MVP. Yak says Mary is the MVP. Yo, Mary is actually the MVP now. Think about it. I mean, if it wasn't for Mary, we wouldn't have left her in his lobby. Buster Call.
Yeah, I still can't get over Buster Call. That thing is too insane.
Yep. Yo, so yeah, today we know that it's either Kokoro or freaking the Mary or Usopp or Frankie. There's so many different ones. Yo, there's a certain character sticker. My boy Silva, he really loves the character that you're about to get introduced to next arc.
Oh.
So he said earlier that whenever you meet a certain character, my man's gonna be eyeing your thread like a madman, bro.
Ooh. Yeah, I saw that he followed me. I was like, oh, it's Silva.
Yeah, man. Yo, Silva's one of the nicest human beings I've ever met on this planet, bro. And he's a massive One Piece star. He's a good man, bro. He really is. And whenever you finish catching up, sticker, because I am planning on doing a ranking the arc stream one of these days. and I'm gonna wait until you catch up because I want to have two different perspectives. I want to have the perspective of somebody who's been caught up for a long time, somebody who only watched the anime up until a certain time, somebody who only read the manga, somebody who just recently caught up, that type of stuff, you know, have like variety in the arc thing. And so I would love for him to be a part of it, even though our time difference and whatnot is out of this thing. But yeah, man, is a cool dude, and just know that spam is incoming whenever you meet a single character in the next arc.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm excited for the next arc. I mean, like I am with every arc, because you go to a new island, you learn new things, and you just know that there are people out there in the world, and they're waiting for the Straw Hats to get there. Like it's just so cool to think that like they're Luffy and his crew, they're doing their thing, but just know that Shanks is out there, Dragon's out there, everyone's out there, and in the sea, and it's amazing.
Yeah, man. Yo, Outstanding says, what do you think about Lucci?
Awesome villain. Again, he's also he's my favorite villain probably. So besides, you know, like the absolute gods that are barely in the series so far, like Blackbeard and everyone, but yeah, no, Lucy was awesome. Like he was pretty cold. Like everyone else was pretty funny, but he was full on just edge mode. Like he was cold as hell. Like everything he did, just there was barely any comedy with him.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because I always said that was the magic to why he was such a good villain for Enies Lobby.
Yeah,
because Enies Lobby is the plot to take back Robin, and all the stuff that's been going on with the crew and whatnot. Like you could not have, to me, you could not have had a character like a Crocodile or like an NL that's playing around and having fun, having this godly dialogue. Yeah. Like, bro, you need somebody like a Spandam and a Lucci that you want to pwn, bro. Like, in Lucci's case, you think he's the beast, but you want to punch that man to the flagnars to get back Robin, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's so cold, and you even get his flashback within the fight itself.
That was crazy.
But yeah, man, I'm so glad you brought up that fact, bro. That's I like how you're picking up on all this stuff in your first read through. That's cool.
Spanning that guy, that guy with the purple hair and his mask and he looks like the Joker, and he pisses me off.
Spandam factually was influenced by a professional wrestler, and
really.
Yeah, and Mankind, that like if you search up the wrestler Mankind, Spandam's wearing his mask.
I'm gonna look this up right now. I want to see.
Mankind, WWE wrestler, and then look at his mask, and that's what Spandam is.
Oh my god, man! Oh, come on, computer. Oh my god. Let's see. Oh my!
You see it?
That is him. Wow.
Yeah, Oda's a massive wrestling fan, but just the simple fact that he decided to give Mankind's mask, because Mankind is really, really loved in the wrestling world, and he decided to give that mask to somebody who's hated. I was like, all right.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Well, I mean, of course, during the arc, I hated Spandam, but looking back on him now, I love Spandam because I hated him. Like I'm like, Spandam's such a good villain.
Oh yeah, no, he's a great villain, but I love to hate him, but man, he just every time he did something, I just like grabbing Robin. Yeah. Just acting all cocky, but he accidentally activated Buster Call.
Yeah, like an idiot.
Oh my god! Every time he got it handed to him, I was jumping. I was so happy.
Yo, best-selling manga in history asks, we need a top 3 waifu list from you right now, bro. Top 3 waifu won't be.
Top 3. I
mean, I'm pretty sure Vivi's your number 1, right?
Oh yeah, no. Vivi is top waifu, but like I do think I like Robin as a character more than Vivi. Vivi, yeah, she's number 1, I would say. Number 2 would probably be, I'm trying to think, because we got Robin, we got Nami. Let's see, yeah, probably Nami. Yeah, Nami number 2, and I'm trying to think of all the female characters right now. I guess I'll just go with the easier route. Just Vivi, Nami Robin.
Yeah, it's I mean, there was there. I'm trying to. No, never mind. You haven't introduced to a certain character yet. I got you. I tend to forget sometimes where a certain character was, whether you've seen them as a cameo or whether you've been introduced to them. And I think you've only seen this certain character as a cameo, like you haven't seen them. So I'm not even gonna say the person's name or anything.
Yeah, because Shadow he told me that apparently we saw GARP in like on a cover story back in like I think like 100 chapter 100 and something.
Yeah, he was training Kobe and Hamapo.
Oh my god!
Because that cover story was made into a filler episode in the anime, and it was awesome.
Wow. Wait, these comments. Kokoro number 3, yak.
Yo. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I have a couple right here that are really good. Shadow Wolf asks thoughts on Aokiji after the arc.
Wait, who?
Aokiji.
Oh, he's a spooky man. he is a OP, icy, spooky man. What he did to my boy Saul, though, man.
Yeah, man.
Come on, really? You had to make him go out like that, and then he let Robin go. He's a weird character. And he just kind of he was at the party, he was at the feast, and then he just he's like, oh, I guess you found your people. You found the people that love you and everything, and then he just he disappeared. But I love the panel when he just goes, he's just like complete defeat. And the gates close, and they're just like, yeah, we won.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Oh man. And then Hassan asks, what character that you currently know about are you anticipating on seeing the most? In terms of characters that you don't normally see all the time. Like
it would be,
yeah, go ahead.
It would be between Shanks, Whitebeard, and Blackbeard.
Okay.
And if I had to number one, probably Shanks. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Is there a certain reason for it?
Just because of, wait, no, we got Dragon too, though.
See, it's hard, bro. It's hard.
Wait a minute. I would say Dragon because we have seen like nothing of him right now. Yeah, I would say Dragon right now.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's.
That was a good question. I'll keep that in mind.
Worst criminal.
The worst.
Luffy's dad.
Father flipping Dragon, man.
I'm so
Outstanding asks, did you ever think that Frankie would turn out to be this type of character when you first saw him?
I felt like I didn't think he was going to be as serious as he was, and his whole backstory and why he why he's a cyborg, but just by the look of him, I was like, this guy's going to be silly as hell. I know he will. And given I've heard that he's based off of Jim Carrey, I believe.
Yes, Ace Ventura, but yeah, Jim Carrey for sure. Yeah, man, really fun character. I love Frankie, bro.
Yeah,
he's so much fun. I sometimes wonder how it is that Oda draws Frankie and manages to keep him within, because Frankie's a pretty big dude.
Yeah.
So how he looks aesthetically sometimes in the manga, it impresses me just knowing his size. I'm like, yo, how does Oda keep track of all the scaling, man? Like it's impressive whenever I see it. Whenever I see a character like Frankie.
Yeah.
Michael Mickles asks, once again, talk about the thing that we all want to know. How much crying have you been doing?
Oh man, a lot. Speaking of crying in One Piece, I forget where I saw this, but I saw it somewhere like a couple years ago. But the thing that is so cool about One Piece is that when they cry, it is ugly as hell. Like it is it's like real life. Like it's not pretty like an anime when you see like little anime girls like just crying one tear and they're like, "Oh my god!" Like no, like it is like Luffy. He is bawling his eyes out,
Yeah.
and it's I love the Oda draws. Speak just in general, One Piece's art style I love so much.
Yeah, man. It's I like going back to what you were saying. I feel like the one thing that Oda does in terms of the crying is that he does ugly cries. Like I
Yeah,
I find that sometimes in certain series people cry beautifully, which can happen, but most of
yeah,
the time, whenever we cry, we look ugly as flag nards, man.
yeah,
And
exactly.
and I like how Oda does that.
Yeah.
So it fits. Um, but yeah, the next question right here states, Horace asks, and I know that you've been keeping track of this, so I'm actually interested in this answer myself. He says, "What are your favorite double page spreads and volume covers so far?"
There's so many to pick from, dude. Like there, I find it incredible that Oda puts out as many double spreads as he does. It's
Me too.
insane.
Me too.
It's crazy, but I probably there's too many to count right now and think about that. That's a big question because there's so many. But just to throw one that's amazing that I read today was just the darkness panel of Blackbeard and the one where Whitebeard and Shanks me. Those two just like and like whenever Blackbeard like he unleashed everything and all the like houses and the whole village was like falling apart in the air. That was so cool.
That's an excellent panel.
Yeah, I love that panel.
Yep. And then volume cover and color spread.
Oh yeah. Volume cover. I really love the one that it was. I think it was, I forget exact number, but it was a really recent one. It was the one where it had Chopper on the back of it, and like he was in his like god like beast form, his monster form, and then the one it's also like where Zoro and Zoro and I think Usopp they're grabbing Luffy's mouth.
Yeah, I believe that is 43 is the one you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah, I love that cover. And you say color page too?
Yeah.
Okay, color page. I really love the one where I like the color pages where they're in kimonos and with katanas. Oh, those get me.
That one's really
Those are
awesome.
the best.
I still love that one as like a top tier one to this day. That one's
Yeah,
fantastic.
no, those are the best. I don't know how it does it.
Oh, Horace brought up one that made One Piece into a 10 for you. The Straw Hat standing in front of the Tower of Justice as a double spread. Whenever it's the panel whenever all the Straw Hats are gathered together.
Yeah. Wait, is he asking like why that made it a 10 for me?
Oh no, he said you forgot the Straw Hat standing in front of the Tower of Justice. It's just the comment what it says, and then and then right under it, I'm actually curious in this myself. He says, "Where does One Piece stand in your top manga now? Has it moved anywhere?"
As of right now, because I haven't read too much manga in general. I've watched a lot of anime, but this is like I'm actually starting to get into manga now, and so it would be at my number 7, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna be in my top 5. I think I can see it happening. I can see. I didn't put it in there yet, but I can see One Piece entering my top 5. I can see that passing Joe and Tokyo Ghoul possibly. We'll see, but it's the potential is so high, and it just keeps getting better.
You feel it in your soul.
Yeah, I can maybe see that happening. So, yeah, I put it on my favorites and everything. Like, either way, even if it doesn't pass that, it will like out of already what I've read, it's a 10 out of 10. It's so good.
Yeah. No, yeah, man. Most certainly, bro. Outstanding asks, what is your favorite Luffy move?
Favorite Luffy move? I mean, Gear Third was incredible. And it was kind of like it was a little sad because like I remember playing J Stars all the time and just seeing that move of him just like sucking or blowing in air with his thumb.
Yeah.
And like actually seeing it in the manga, I was like, dang, it's like I'm actually here now. It's so cool.
Yeah, because I got you.
2015, man. Play J Stars all the time, and those early days.
I wondered how, because I know a lot of people played Jump Force and then got into One Piece, or watched Jump Force and then got into One Piece, and I was like, I wonder how people feel whenever they see these gears or they see these attacks. They just say, "Man, dude, like I finally got to this point where this is here." So yeah, that was cool. That was a cool perspective.
Yeah.
On there. Hazi's asking an important. I mean, this is a top tier question, bro. This is something that still rattles the community to the core. It's been rattling the community since I first joined it. Hazi asks, Robin or Nami?
Robin or Nami? Robin or Nami? I've been loving Nami a lot more lately. I've been loving Robin a lot more lately. I would say Robin. I think as of right now, I think I would say Robin. Yeah.
I understand, Coach. Let me see. My boy Tevz says between Crocodile, NL, Lucci, who was the most impressive?
It would be Lucci, NL, and then Crocodile.
Oh, okay, cool. Is there any?
Speaking of Crocodile, he's going to Annie's lobby, or not Annie's lobby, Impel Down.
Shout out to the cover stories.
Yo, he's going to Impel Down. That's amazing. Like he's just smiling and he's like, well, I guess they're going to the prison. So that's cool. I'm expecting some more stuff with him. But yeah, and Crocodile, he's a great character. I really loved NL and just how he was basically just wanting to take over everything.
Yeah,
and just NL was crazy, man. But and just shout out to the panel of NL freaking the hell out at Luffy when we found out that he was forever.
Legendary, man. NL has some top tier dialogue, bro. I love listening to NL speak.
Yeah.
So good. Okay, so and then we have a best-selling manga in history asking favorite devil fruit.
Favorite devil fruit. Okay. You already know. Blackbeard's fruit, bro. Oh my god. I mean, besides Luffy's, because I love the Gomu Gomu, but just
yeah.
Oh, the one I just witnessed today. Oh my god. It just blew my mind. I it's gonna forever just impact me. I still can't believe that I read that fight today. Like that actually happened. It wasn't even in like a huge arc or anything. It just Ace showed up and it happened.
In the middle of posting his lobby, Ace said, "Ayo, Teach, man, it's been a minute. You know, I've been looking for you, Coach."
Exactly. It was so good. Oh my god, One Piece, dude.
Yeah, speaking of that, quick question from me: how many of these scenes have you seen in the anime? Because the anime did handle a lot of these scenes very, very well.
Okay, so I've kind of held off because I figured that maybe I could do it here in the stream and react to it, but just like maybe a couple or something like that. But the ones I have watched is Gear Second, and that was awesome, and like the effects they used on Luffy.
Awesome. Overtaken background. Luffy's voice actress. There's great stuff.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I watched, what's the other one I watched? Of course I watched the funeral for going there. Oh,
what amazing soundtracks, man. Going from Dear Friends to playing Mother C. I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
They could not have picked better soundtracks for that moment.
And just when Luffy, he just screams at the end. He just screams, Mary! And then the episode ends.
Mary! Beautiful, man. I'm telling you, the anime is insane.
Yeah. And I know people were putting it in the thread, but last night I had to sleep. I was like, guys, I cannot watch this right now. I gotta watch this later. My eyes were killing me last night.
What which one was it? Which thing?
I believe somebody sent me the final fight between Lucy and Luffy.
Gotcha.
I need to look at that.
Yeah, that one's really well done in the anime. I really wanted you to watch the I Want to Live scene because I feel I feel like that one and the scene whenever they walk to the plaza, because I know how much you love that scene in the manga. In the anime, it handles it very, very well, yo. It handles it very, very, very well. They play "I'm Here with You Too." I know you've heard the soundtrack.
Yeah.
For both of those moments, and it fits so well, man. It's so beautiful, and Luffy's voice actress just nails it. Robin,
I need to, I need to see this. I pulled it up.
It's so beautiful, man.
You gotta shoot the flag.
Oh man, dude.
I need to watch the anime.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, the anime handles a lot. Dude, you need to watch Shanks and Whitebeard's clash in the anime.
Oh my god, I need to.
That Ace versus Blackbeard was greatness as well. I mean, there's a lot of fun. Dude, to be honest with you, bro, a lot of the comedy moments are A1 in the anime too, bro.
I bet.
But yeah, it's yeah. Whenever you have time, and I wouldn't even say to watch them now because of course you got to continue the journey. But yeah, man, if you ever get a chance and like you're bored or something and you don't feel like reading for that point in time, I definitely say to check out some of those moments in the anime, bro, because Tope delivered in a lot of the Enies Lobby moments, man.
Mm-hmm.
And still to this day, people could still consider 278, which is the Declaration of War. With the I Want to Live, that should be one of the best episodes in the series. Same thing with episode 312, which is the Going Merry episode.
Oh, I need to just watch that episode as a whole, like sometime soon.
Great stuff. 309 is the final episode of Luffy and Lucci. That's a fantastic episode, and it's one of the last moments where the original fan subbers were still doing it at the time. And it made it so much fun because I mean nowadays I'm thankful for a simulcast. But they don't go out of their way to color the attacks like the fan subbers did. Like the magic of the old fan sub way of watching One Piece was whenever like Luffy's attacks would be in green, then when he switched to Gear 7, his attacks were in red. Like it was little small touches like that. It made the experience better, you know.
Yeah.
And really really cool. But yeah, man. As we wind down here, I'm gonna go check a little bit for a couple of more questions because I have to ask you the same question that I asked to end the stream last time, and I want to save that for last. So, Horace asks your favorite backstories right now in the series.
Favorite backstories. I'll just say like top 3. I won't even say like what I rank them in. I'll just say like, just some of my favorites. Would definitely be Frankies and Robins and let's see. I mean, I love Luffy's. Like I already like. I still get nostalgic because I've watched those scenes so many times in the anime. Like whenever I first got into it. Those 3 are really really great. Just trying to. There's so many. It's hard to think right off the bat, but yeah, I'll probably go with those for right now.
Hey, great choices, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing if how that list either stays the same or changes as the story goes on. Because a lot of people some people like the earlier backstories more than the recent ones. Some people have like a combo of both. It's interesting. And that's why I like seeing those questions. Hold on, bro. Before we continue, I agree 100% with you, Silva, bro. Shout out to Laz, man. But I 100%. This man lasted never lied once in my life, bro. And this man Silva said, "I've seen your opinions on Lord Sanji." That's big facts. Big facts. Let him know again, Silva, bro. Let him know again. Bro. We support Sanji around these parts, baby. What's that called? To end the stream, a sticker, man. I'm gonna ask you the same exact thing that I asked you last time, and that question is: what are your top 3 favorite moments at this point in time in the One Piece series?
Been thinking about this all day. I knew you were going to ask me that. And I still, given what happened today, very hard to pick. Very, very hard to pick. Yeah. Last time, what did I say last time? Because it's been a while. It's been like 2 months or something like that.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe your answers last time were I know Luffy versus Usopp, I think was your number 1.
Yeah.
I know you had, I think, Luffy ringing the bell in Skypiea.
Yeah.
I think you had that right after that. And then third, I believe you had the goodbye in Alabasta. if I'm not mistaken, it was either that one or it was whenever just seeing all of the people in Jaya and seeing all that going down, like Blackbeard, seeing
Yeah.
Shanks, Whitebeard, and
Oh yeah, no. I
Kuma.
think Yeah, I think I remember. I think because whenever I think I said that whenever we saw everyone, and then Alabasta and ringing the bell. I think because I was like, oh wait, yeah, I forgot about that, and then because I already said my top three. Um, as of right now, um, definitely Ace versus Blackbeard. That's in there.
Okay, respect.
That's definitely in there, and the Going Merry, saying goodbye to the Going Merry is definitely in there.
Beautiful scene. Mm.
Because that honestly probably is like my favorite single standalone chapter. That's probably my favorite right now.
That's that's probably one of my favorite chapter titles ever, man. The Falling Snow Reminiscence, bro. That's
yeah,
a title, dog.
and yeah, I would say Going Merry is probably number one right now. Maybe I don't know. These they're all so good. Yeah, Going Merry, and then I Want to Live, and and that what I say, Going Merry, I Want to Live, and
Blackbeard.
Yeah, Ace or Blackbeard. Yeah, I would say those are like my new top three for like this arc right now. Like there's just so many great moments. There really is, and I know there's going to be way more down the line. I'm probably going to say different ones after this.
I can guarantee that, bro.
Yeah,
that I could tell. In the words of Paul Heyman, that's not a spoiler, bro. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I don't know
prediction. It's a spoiler, baby.
Because they just after every arc, you just have so much information. Like you know so much more than just what you had in the last arc. Like you just find out so much more, and it's so good. I'm gonna miss this journey. And I'm almost halfway now. I think. Am I halfway now?
We're currently where I'm at chapter 926.
Okay.
So you're right now on chapter 441. So yeah, about 40%, 45%.
Yeah.
The journey. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, the greatness, bro. Yeah, I'm so glad once again for having you on, Sticker, bro. Well, actually, hold on. One more question, because I didn't realize we didn't. We touched upon it a little bit, but Hazy asked, how do you feel about Zoro's Ashura, the 9-sword style awesome sauce?
Whenever I first saw that panel of him, just like in the bottom left corner of just like that shadow form, or whatever, I was like, wait, what is Zoro doing? And he just, I have that panel on my phone right now. That panel when he just he has all the swords around him and he just cuts Kaku, like, oh, so good. And then he says to Kaku after that, he's just like, Paulie told me to tell you, you're fired. Yeah, it's awesome.
Quick question, actually, before I end the stream, have you watched opening 6?
Yeah.
You have?
Mm-hmm. I've been listening to it a lot too.
Yo, opening 6 is legendary, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That shit, he does it. Yo, the second half of the opening is one of the most hype things I've ever seen, dude.
Yeah,
it's one of the most hype things I've ever seen, dude. But all right here, Horace says, if you don't get spoiled in anything, first of all, props. If you don't, second of all, we're in for some awesome reactions. Hope you enjoy it to the fullest. And I 100% agree with that statement, man.
Thank you.
Sticker, bro, the next time that I have you on, I already know when I want to do it, or when I think I don't know, because who knows, we could go even earlier again, because these are always fun to come on here and talk about this. And I always appreciate you for your time, of course. But dude, I think I know when's the next time I want to have you on. It's gonna be after a specific portion of the story. But one thing's for sure, not all of us, myself, everyone in the chat, everybody who's following you on Twitter, we're all going to be very, very excited to hear you speak on the upcoming content in the series, because for some people, certain upcoming sagas, they have it as their number one. And there's a lot. I mean, the arc you just finished is a lot of people's number one. The arc you're about to go into has a lot of moments that are some people's number one, and then the saga that follows that is a lot of people's number one. So you're in for when I tell you the greatness doesn't stop, bro, the greatness doesn't stop. So it's gonna be really, really fun seeing your reactions and the upcoming experience, bro. And I'm really excited to be on again, man.
Like just to know that there is still amazing arcs out there. Like it's crazy.
Dude, whenever I say that One Piece has 30 10 out of 10 arcs, bro, like even though that's just my tard self saying that, I truly believe that 100%, bro.
Yeah, because you look at, like, you know, Gintama, and I mean Gintama has amazing arcs, but like, for example, Hunter x Hunter. You know, like Cameraman is the god. Like it is the absolute, just like, and all of them are amazing, but like Cameraman is like the one, like the godly 10 out of 10, and nothing can be like, you know. And One Piece has multiple of those. It has multiple of those just god arcs.
Bro, the spooky thing about One Piece, bro, it is that I'll be in the middle of an arc and I'm like, I already know it's gonna be a 10 out of 10, bro.
Exactly.
Like, I'll be like, yo, I don't have to see the conclusion. I have faith in Oda. I know this is about to be an arc, bro.
Yeah. That's how I felt about just the series in general. I'm like, it's a 10 out of 10. I just gave it. I was like, I'm giving it to you now, Oda. Like, here you go.
It's fascinating too when it comes to the way that Oda writes, because we do look at these arcs as individual stories, like and more so than other series, because, you know, collectively as a whole we look at other series and we think of all these amazing moments, but I feel like with One Piece it's always like, oh yeah, man, like whenever you think of Water 7, you think of, oh man, Luffy versus Usopp, the walk to the Frankie house, the secret reveal, Annie's lobby, oh snap, the I Want to Live, Sogeking shoot on that flag. Whenever Sogeking was crying out to Luffy, it was to have his last stand before taking out Lucci, because Lucci was ponying that man, hitting with multiple Rokugans. Usopp takes off the mask, and Luffy's like, "Oh, Usopp," and this man delivers a promo that gets Luffy up and gets him into like so many. He delivers Jet Gatling and godly stuff, right? And then you think back to Skypiea, and every single arc has just those moments where you're like, by God, greatness.
Like JoJo. Like it feels sort of like parts because of how long they are.
Yeah.
And you're in there for so long, and then you move on to the next big thing, and I can't believe that I haven't read One Piece for this long of a time. Like but before I even got into it, I just thought, I was like, oh, it's probably just like the Star Wars of anime and manga. It's probably just like everyone's crazy about it, but it's not actually like amazing. Like, at least in my case, like, you know, Star Wars is literally everywhere you go.
Yeah.
And it's insane. And the fact that One Piece is actually as good as, and why it's so popular, it's such a good feeling, because it's like this is why it's so good. Just everything about it, all the buildup is, and the adventures they go on, it makes me want to do this, man. I sit here and I'm sitting in my room watching anime and reading manga. I'm like, I want to go out and do like all this random shit. Like, come on.
Yeah, I've always said that, actually. I'm glad you brought that up, about it inspiring you. Like, I remember whenever Luffy challenged the world government, it's still to this day, I watch that scene and I get like mad inspired to just do whatever I want, because they know they're going to tell me otherwise, bro.
Yeah.
I watch that scene, I'd be like, yo, this man Luffy, with just his boy, it was just a squad, the entire world to a fight. I was like, bro, if my mans can do that, I can do anything in my daily life, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's dope, man. And it just allows you to live freely, because you realize that living freely is the truest way to have a fun and fulfilling life, man. And it's gold, bro. But anyways, man, I want to thank you once again for coming on. I want to thank everybody in the chat once again. I know that I was not able to pay attention much to the chat, because I was trying to stay 100% on the interview. But for everybody who did stick by and ask questions and showed your support, man, I really, really do appreciate it. Doing these live recon pieces, especially whenever it's with other people, it's always fun, because we get to have two people on here discussing the greatness and not just me rambling for an hour and a half. It's always nice to have another voice in here. So yeah, man, shout out to Stickers, bro. I'm gonna leave Stickers YouTube in the comment section after the video goes live. Definitely go check out his YouTube channel. I know my man, once again, Thomas, was coming back, is going to start being active on the channel. And maybe whenever he catches up to One Piece, he'll start doing content on that as well. So it'll be a lot of fun, man. But yeah, man, I hope everybody has a great night, having an awesome sauce of a day, And the next time that I see y'all, it'll probably I don't know, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, Coach. But I hope everybody has a good one, man. Peace out. Have an awesome day. And Laz, it is 31 out of 31 gold arcs. It is 31 out of 31 arcs. Yeah. But anyways, man, I hope everybody has a great night. Peace.